We'll be returning to Skyport de la Rosa soon. Jacques, Felix, you'll be coming with me to pick up the supplies I ordered.
Yes, sir, Captain, sir.
Fine by me.
Yes! Hopefully I can convince the captain to take me to the scrapyard again. This is the time of the week they get in all the new parts, you know?
I know you're a total gearhead and all, but I can't for the life of me understand how you can get so excited browsing through other people's junk every week.
Other people's what?
Hey now, Jacques, be careful. Never say the J word around Felix, remember?
Right, I forgot.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. I never knew him. Died during Imperial attack when I was a baby. The captain's raised me since as long as I can remember, so he's like my one parent. I don't know any of his family, so I don't know if I could make a servant name with just one family member.
I'm sorry.
Huh? What are you apologizing for?
The Empire took your parents away before you even got to know them. I'm so sorry for everything we've put you through.
We? I don't see your name on the Empire.
But my people are responsible.
You didn't do nothing. Don't go around thinking everything the Empire does is your fault just because you're a servant. Because it isn't. And if you keep going through life thinking every bad thing other people do is your responsibility, well, you just can't do that. It's too stressful. It gives you ulcers, makes your hair go gray. You're not some Imperial toy tied to everything they do. You're Ixia, and I'm Felix. And this is the Cloudscratcher. That's what's important.
You're right. I know I shouldn't, but...
Listen, what's the name of the serpent's god?
Margoth.
Right, Margoth! He must really like you. You know why? Because of all the ships you could have crashed into, you ended up here on the Cloudscratcher. We're big names around here, and you know why? Because we beat the Empire all the time. Whenever it's us versus the Empire, we leave those guys looking stupid in our dust. So what if this Borzax guy's a big shot? You know what that means? I'll tell you. All it means is that when the captain and his men go up against him, they'll actually have to break a sweat. And if he thinks he's actually going to be able to drop that stuff on Felixburg, he's as crazy as you say, because the guys on this ship are going to stop him. And then you won't need to be worried. And you can start smiling a little more, because you look better when you smile. Frowns never look good on anyone, you know?
Thanks.
Look, O'Connell, I say this because I like you, and I don't want to see you get killed. You have got to stop thinking of these snakes like they're everyone else. Snakes are just wired differently than the rest of us. With other people, we're wired to be decent folk. It's the flukes among us that become criminals, killers, pirates, and all that crap. With snakes, it's the other way around. They pop out of their mamas as sociopaths, and the only thing keeping them from killing each other is that their god tells them they can kill the rest of us all they want, and be rewarded for it. They're naturally programmed to lie, cheat, steal, and kill people. Ever heard of a feline empire? How about a canine empire? Ever seen the bovine government order the slaughter of women and children? Let's say that priest, or whatever he calls himself, that you found really is a legitimately good person. That doesn't automatically mean that the snakes are decent folks all of a sudden. He is to the snakes what people like Captain Blackheart or Valentine are to the rest of us. He is a fluke going down the wrong path. The difference is, to them, the wrong path is believing in the value of non-serpent life.
And you honestly believe this garbage? You honestly believe every serpent is somehow born evil because of what the Empire has done? You're willing to disregard a possible catastrophe because you have it in your head that all serpents are liars?
After having to console countless families, after telling them their sons, daughters, moms, and dads are never coming home because some snake was told their god says they're better than everyone else, and it could take our land and our lives all they want. Tell me, O'Connell, when have these snakes ever given me any reason to think any way else? But if you think this little snakeling is being upfront with you, let me ask you, how is it Borzax got a hold of an untested weapon? The Empire doesn't allow frontline officers to have untested weaponry. How is the bomber supposed to sneak over the city when Cloud Camo is stationary? And what's Borzax gonna do about the backup we'll call from Berkshire? The man's nuts, but he's not stupid. Why don't you go get the revised version of this story from the snakeling? And when she can't come up with anything believable, feel free to bring her into us. We'll get the truth out of her and find out what Borzax is really planning.
Just a few more hours.
Man, these bombers were not meant for overnight missions. My back is killing me.
They didn't give you a cot?
They didn't have enough for everybody. Guess who was the unlucky one last night?
Man, that's rough.
What the heck was that?
Y'all keep making these fancy armored doors, but y'all never seem to upgrade your hinges. The hinges always give way before the door does. Makes a mighty fine projectile though, so I can't complain.
Sir, what do we do now?
Cloudscratcher. Cloudscratcher. I'll tear every strand of dirty, flea-ridden fur off those worthless pieces of trash. You think you're cute, huh? You second-class garbage. You living septic refuse. I'm gonna tear you in half. I'll eat your whole family alive in front of you. You hear me? Initiate remote bypass of the bomber's autopilot.
But, sir, that bomber belongs to Major Noggos. It's not part of our network. By the time we took remote control, they'll—
Do what I say!
Hurry, to the city! If we draw the bomber close enough, Felixburg's gun towers will take it out!
Sir, won't this give us away? Couldn't we just hover the bomber over the festival remotely and—
Those pests probably already called the Feline Nation. The ambush is shot. I was sent to West Bravo not just to whip those maggots into shape, but to curb the rampant rebel problem in this area. Or have you forgotten? I'm just following my orders. I'm solving the problem. I'm gonna make this Cloudscratcher crew wish they were never born, and Felixburg's guns will make sure that all the evidence that I tried to do anything more than that is buried below the clouds. I'm solving the problem! Run! Run! How is everyone finding out about this? Who's been going around singing about a secret operation like some third-rate street performer singing to everyone with a coin to throw away? This doesn't make sense. There's no one among us who— Among us?
Soggat, what's the word on our contacts in the Sword of the Serpents?
I've already made all the necessary arrangements. They said we should see the anchorage they've set up for us plainly from the direction we're approaching from. I'll contact them again when we're in view of the city. When they get to my signal, they'll activate a set of guide lights of the anchorage. Just pull the ship into the center of the lights and they'll take care of the rest.
Alice, you'll be accompanying us. In case things get messy, we'll need you as backup.
Yes, sir. You can count on me.
And as for you, Felix, I believe I told you to get plenty of sleep before the mission.
Yes, sir, you did.
And I believe I gave you a very clear bedtime last night, did I not?
That'd be another yes, sir.
And did you do as I asked?
I got sleep last night, yes, sir.
Did you now?
Uh-huh, I definitely did sleep.
Mm-hmm. So all this just magically appeared overnight then, did it?
I may have had some trouble sleeping, and it's possible I may have done some work to help with the insomnia.
So, instead of the amount of rest I told you to get, how long did you actually sleep?
Up till the time you walked into my room to wake me up.
Yes.
37 seconds.
We'll discuss this after the mission is over. Alice, Ixia, get ready to disembark. The rest of you, I want you at your posts and ready to move if I need you.
Already with the waterworks? You ain't even halfway done! You make me sick! You gonna show this kind of weakness in front of your emperor? What if the furballs saw a weakness like this in you?
Number 42, was it? I'm curious. Tell me, why is it you're the only one who never cries?
You okay, Ixia?
Yep, I'm just fine.
Is this some kind of joke?
No, sir. You asked to see the documents. These are the documents.
Are they? Because I couldn't tell with this amount of redaction. This is an insult! This doesn't even look like an official document anymore! For Margoth's sake, not only is the date redacted, which makes no sense, because the date of the incident in question is public knowledge, but even the word date is redacted. Is the concept of time now classified information? Someone obviously just took a marker to everything on this report without even reading it. In all my years of experience, this has got to be the most unprofessional thing I have ever seen! Look at my uniform. See these colored stripes? That means I'm a Conquest Active Commanding Officer. See how they're green? That means I'm a Major. In case you're unaware, that means I have a level 5 security clearance. Now why don't you go back and bring me the correct copy of this report?
I'm well aware of your rank and security clearance, Major Noggos. If you want to see the full report, you will need level 8 security clearance. If you still think we're mistaken, you can take it up with the High Bookkeeper. Otherwise, your issue is with your superiors, and I can't help you.
Level 8? Agathoth is a colonel! He doesn't have the authority to lead an operation requiring level 8 classification!
Well, that's how Imperial Intelligence designated it. Take it up with them.
They're messing with me. No, he's messing with me. Redaction of that level is an obvious message. I don't know what strings you're pulling, Agathoth, but there's something you don't want me to know. And I'm going to find out what it is. Well, this is certainly interesting. This explains why he's so chummy with the Emperor. I thought His Majesty just kept him close due to his usefulness in making weapons, but that's definitely Agathoth with Vox Zozoth before he became Emperor. So these two have a history. This doesn't explain why Agathoth would plot something behind the Emperor's back. If anything, it contradicts that theory. Unless... Huh? Who would be calling me at this hour? Major Noggos speaking. Who is this?
Ah, Noggos. Glad I got a hold of you. I was worried I called too late. It's me, Colonel Agathoth. I heard you were asking about the Borzax operation, and got kinda caught up in all that bureaucratic nonsense. So, I figured I'd call you myself and fill you in on what you needed to know. I know how annoying it can be getting information from the Hall of Records, so I figured I'd help you out.
You heard I was asking about it.
Yeah. Nothing gets past me, I guess. Anyway, you wanted to know something about the op?
Yes, well, I wanted to know...
Oh, hey, sorry to interrupt, but you're gonna get a kick out of this. It's the craziest thing. I got a couple of furballs here I'm testing my new battleship cannon on, right? And I swear, one of these furballs looks like the feline version of that son of yours. You know, the one who just enlisted. I think he's being assigned to work under me too. Isn't that the craziest thing? So, anyway, what did you want to ask?
That's okay. It wasn't that important anyway.
Oh, okay then. Anyway, how about this? I'll try to see if I can't get an unredacted copy of the report sent to your office. I'll call you again to make sure it got there, okay? Okay. See ya. Alrighty then. Let's get started.
I don't understand, sir. You had the drop on them. Why not take down the ship?
Our target isn't the ship, you dolt. We're here for the girl. If we take out the ship, she could run off and hide anywhere. That ship is where she's headed. That's her safe zone. She wants to escape after all. If we know where she'll run, we know where to aim our guns now, don't we? We let the ship stay in one piece for now. Use it as bait to keep her in our sights. I want you and all available Vipers out there now. Swarm them. Shoot the girl, and take out anyone that gets in your way.
Yes, sir.
What was that? Did you see where it came from?
It came from that direction, and I think I see something moving over there. It looks like... Oh no.
Hey there, kiddies. Guess what? It's that time again. That's right. It's playtime with Uncle Borzax.
Oh crap, this is bad.
Borzax? How did he... Never mind that. No time to waste. We gotta move. Tell Burt and Jacques to get in their planes. Guns mounted, and keep those planes off us. I'll handle the Cloudscratcher itself. We need to get Ixia aboard and get out of here.
Yes, sir.
And Alice, we're gonna need you out there for this one too.
Felix, do you trust me?
Yeah?
Do you trust me?
I said yes!
Then climb on my back, and whatever you do, don't let go.
What are you doing?
Escaping.
Borzax, you idiots! Now she's aboard their ship. We would have wrapped this up by now if it wasn't for you. I want all forces managing lockdown to return to the ship and put in a request for a direct line to the Emperor. What the?
Whoops. Sorry, Colonel. Straight gunfire. You know how it is.
I'll have you court-martialed for this. You, your commander, and your whole lousy squadron.
Oh, Colonel, I am so sorry. Truly, Captain Archethanus was being incredibly reckless. I can promise you that he will be properly punished for his actions. Switch to private frequency. Ahem. Captain?
Yes, Commander?
I think you're about due for a pay raise.
Looks like we scared him off.
Well, that wasn't hard at all, was it?
You two have to get back to the ship, now!
Jacques? I don't understand. What's wrong?
Listen to me! Borzax isn't calling them back because he's giving up.
This is the same thing he pulled back at Cochinelle. At one point, we thought we were winning. We thought we had him pushed back. He even recalled all his silver vipers, like he was preparing to retreat.
And then?
And then the hatches opened.
Now who's outgunned, you furry little scum sucker?
Oh, crap!
Quick, get back to the Cloudscratcher.
This is bad. Everyone aboard the ship! Get away from the windows and find cover! Now!
There it is. We got them. Which direction are they headed?
Well, sir, unfortunately we can't tell. We're only able to get video from this one spotter, and even then all the pressure down there is interfering with all its other sensors. All we're getting is a video feed. We don't even know which spotter this is. None of their internal GPSs are responding. What should we do, sir? Sir?
Cloudscratchers! Well, sir, I don't mean to be I don't mean to be rude, sir, but won't starting a big fuss right after stealing from Captain Blackheart lead his crew right to us?
Garfunkel, you silly little lad. Let them come. Let anyone try and stop me. For the spirits of failure shall be their guide into the field of battle. The sword of victory has been placed firmly in our hands. All shall be smote by the dread pirate, Wolfsbane!
Hey, Felix.
Yeah?
Next time I help you fix something, remind me to never ask what it does or anything about it ever again.
Okay, your loss.
So, you want to take her on a date?
Yeah, her birthday. When else would I take her? Anyway, I gotta start planning for Ixia's birthday dinner. See ya!
Well. Taking Ixia on a classy birthday dinner date, eh? Your son's quite the Casanova, isn't he?
You shut your mouth.
We shall pillage the village and cull the wealth from the spillage. When asked to define the term ransack, historians will point to this operation as the example. The definition of pirate shall be removed from the dictionary and replaced simply with a photo of this crew. For this is all that shall ever need to be said on the matter of what does it mean to be a pirate. Belmore shall forever be haunted by the name of the dread pirate, Wolfsbane.
It cannot be. You are certain it is her?
Positive. And the boy she's with? Same tail as the one peeking into the photo.
I cannot believe this! My savior is here, in my restaurant! Not only will I make her breakfast meal, their meal shall be on the house. After what she has done for me, for my family, I would be a monster to demand money from her. My family and I just barely escaped from the Empire when they took over my country. And if it weren't for her, they would have taken my new home as well. A hero like her shall never pay a dime in my restaurant, and I would be honored to deliver her pancakes myself.
Are we expecting a delivery?
No, go tell them to shoot.
Alright, plebs, make with the shinies, and make it quick. I don't like to be kept waiting.
You're ruining my friend's birthday!
Shine on, harvest moon.
Hurry! You little punk, did you do this, huh? Answer me, kid. Think you're a real big shot, don't ya? See if you still got that attitude when I put this sword through your skull!
Don't touch him!
Huh?
Anyone who tries to lay a hand on my friend has to go through me first.
You are so cool, it's unreal.
Nothing to do but gift wrap these guys for the police. Let's go free the people they tied up. Then we can use all that rope they were kind enough to bring us.
How thoughtful of them. We better tell Delila what happened too.
And I suggest you don't try anything funny. First person who wants to try and be a hero is leaving in a stretcher or a body bag.
Yeah! We ain't playing around here. You know who you're dealing with? We're the Wolfsbane Pirates, and we're here to celebrate our captain's latest victory.
Yeah! We're having a little fundraiser for a party in the captain's honor. We'll be passing out a collection plate, and we expect everyone to be very generous. Got it?
Yeah! We're all about rewarding people for their generosity. For instance, if you're generous, we'll let you keep your head attached. Yeah!
Look, buddy,
I don't pretend to know what's going on in those pea-sized brains you creeps got. But if you think you're gonna get away with this, you and your captain are painfully mistaken. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh. Tough talk coming from a guy who's about to get his jowls cut off if he keeps running his mouth.
Yeah! Didn't your mama ever teach you any manners? Honestly, calling a bovine lady a cow like that. The nerve of some folk.
Not so fast, you jerks! You're gonna pay for what you did to Biggie. Eat this! Uh-oh. It would appear that I should have expressed my jubilation in a manner that was perhaps a bit more conservative with my ammunition.
It would appear that way, wouldn't it?
Yeah, enjoy him while you got him, jerk. Your luck's about to turn sour real quick.
What the? Why is the hostage talking? Why have you neither gagged her physically nor gagged her metaphorically with stifling fear?
You have no idea who you're messing with, do you? Buddy, you picked the wrong day to raid this city.
Oh yeah? And what's so special about today? Who am I messing with that I should be so afraid of?
Ever hear of the Cloudscratcher crew?
Huh? Of course I have! The ones who defeated one of the Empire's best commanders, all by themselves. Real big shot. You mean you're one of...
Uh-huh.
And they're gonna come try to save you?
Afraid so.
This is fantastic news! Why, this day just keeps getting better!
Come again?
I was already planning on selling the lot of you to the leatherbacks. After all, they've made the slave trade a lucrative market these days. Each one of you is already worth a pretty penny. But for a big-name catch like you, they'll pay me more money than I know what to do with. And if I can capture your friends, I might make enough for an early retirement.
Leatherbacks? Come on now. You don't want to get involved with the leatherbacks, do you? I mean, how do you even know you can trust people like them, right? You know what I mean. Guys like that, they'll stab all you guys right in the back if they can make a few extra bucks off it.
What are you, some kind of moron? Every pirate knows they can trust the leatherbacks with anything. They're professionals.
Ain't no money in crime without the leatherbacks these days.
Plus, they're the most secure people to do business with. And in these troubling economic times, you need a criminal organization you can trust.
Girlie acts like she knows anything about pirating.
Not only that, I happen to be friends with their boss. We still play golf every so often. Surprisingly fun sport considering how boring it is to watch. So yes, I trust them. I'm selling you to them, that's that.
You act like you'll get the chance. My crew has 3 decorated military veterans, a mechanical genius, a bovine that's even stronger than usual, and a super soldier. You might want to let us go now before you gotta deal with that.
Yeah? Well, we have Big Brockie, so we win.
Big what now?
Foolish peons of the Cloudscratcher crew. I invite you to pray to your god of choice. Ask him for help. Plead to him for guidance. But do so knowing your god has forsaken you. How do I know this? Because he has placed you square in the sights of the Wolfsbane Pirate's ultimate weapon, Big Brockie!
That doesn't look good.
Everybody, stay together. Look sharp.
We better get out of here ourselves.
Good idea.
Whoa, look at that!
Simon, Garfunkel, take them out!
Yes, Captain.
Let's see how you like this.
Engaging body writing anti-tipping protocol.
Well, it was worth a shot. Thanks.
No problem. Listen, I think I have an idea for taking this thing out, but I need your help.
Whatever you need, kiddo.
Quick! Everyone get behind the stolen goods!
Look at them run, scatter like cockroaches. How pathetic, how quaint, how delightful.
Captain, they're hiding behind the loot.
Well, just go around it and get them, you dummies.
Yes, Captain.
What are you idiots doing?
We don't know, sir. None of us hit anything, I don't think.
Steering feels like it's getting worse, too. Like trying to control a stubborn Baerutt.
Over here, you big hunk of scrap metal.
Looks like the cowgirl wants another crack at us.
What?
Quick, toss it over here.
Right.
Oh, come on!
Way to go, kid.
Couldn't have done it without you. What the?
Please, you don't understand. I can't go to jail. I won't last a week. I'm too pretty for prison.
I'm not telling you again. Get in the car.
Yes, explosions. We need backup down here now.
Officers!
What are you doing here?
You need to get everyone away from this warehouse! They've got a...
What is that?
Big Brockie.
Big what?
There is no escape from the might of the Wolfsbane pirates. And should the long arm of the law stand in our way, we shall chop it off. Let the public be disarmed in the wake of our warpath.
Huh? What's going on? What's wrong with it?
What?
I am the Lord of Machines!
Felix!
What? When did you get in there? That was dangerous. You could have been hurt. You could... That's my boy.
Oh, so you think everything's so hunky-dory now, do you? Do not go quietly into that good night. Rage! Rage against the dying of a light. That's just a little quote I came up with to describe how you'll never take me alive, coppers!
Put down the... Everyone get down!
Ta-da! I saw this little fella in a store window on my way to the restaurant and thought it'd be perfect for you. Plus, I had some extra spending money, so how could I not pick it up? I mean, what are the odds, huh? That's like the picture-perfect gift for you, right? I just had to snatch it up as soon as I noticed it. I was like, Ixia's gonna love this. She is!
I can't. You're just lying!
Come on, Noggos. You and I are both all too familiar with how awful of a man Voxozoth is. The minute you started poking around, he knew he could use your family to keep you quiet. You served your purpose to him, and after that, he made sure you'd be out of sight and out of mind. He just wants you to sit down, shut up, and wait until the next time he needs you for something. You know as well as I do that to him, you're not in the Margoth Empire military. You're in his military. There is no Margoth Empire in his eyes. You're all just his property. You exist to serve his interests, not your country's. Your country doesn't matter. Only he matters.
I just wanted to help take the land that belonged to us, to make a better future for my family, to bring a little glory to my homeland. Now a psychopath is holding my son hostage because the man I've pledged my loyalty towards told him to just because he wanted me to shut up. And I can't even save my own son, because if I do, then I'm putting my granddaughter in danger. All because I tried to do the right thing.
I know. It's all so terribly twisted. Heck, the entire nation has become twisted. Blackmailing its own officers, secret operations, genocide campaigns. All the psychos and ex-cons the Emperor has enlisted. This isn't the Empire it used to be. Now, maybe you understand why I did what I did, and why I'm inviting you to join me.
Join you?
Of course. You and I have a lot to offer each other. I have the resources necessary to relocate your entire family somewhere safe. Somewhere Voxozoth can't reach them. That includes your son in the military. Whereas you have quite a bit of knowledge that would greatly benefit my organization. Especially your knowledge on the Emperor's martial arts. You used to be an instructor for several special ops units before you became Conquest active. So I'm sure you know the secrets behind that fighting style. The one they teach the elites, the Royal Guard, the kids in Agathos program. Perhaps you could train a few of my operatives in it. And in return, I can help you serve your country in the greatest way possible by taking down the devil that rules
it. I never thought I'd be shaking hands with you, of all people.
I knew you'd come around eventually.
So how do you know it's them?
Well, according to everyone we know who've been approached by them, the union representatives are always women in black suits. Particularly attractive women in black suits.
I knew I should have gone with you guys to lunch today. Why'd the power turn on?
Maybe there was a surge, or something crumbled onto a switch and kicked it on.
You think it's a double cross?
Doubtful. After all the effort they went through to track us down and get us that info, they wouldn't lure us into a trap as simple as this. Someone else got wind of this place. Someone who doesn't want us here.
Maybe it's ghosts. Maybe this place is haunted. Does toxic toast make you stay crazy as a ghost? How do ghosts work?
I don't think it's ghosts.
Run, now! I guess I was too distracted. Well, never mind. Luckily, I planned for something like this. Felix has been bugging me to make use of this for a while now.
You were going to say distracted, weren't you? And why, may I ask, were you distracted?
What can I say? I'm a single father.
Ha ha ha! You've got to be kidding me. You're turning into Burt now?
Not at all. Just a man whose son needs a mom.
Oh, so you'd want her to be his mom then?
Temporarily. Ow! Anyway, Felix designed these tracking devices a few weeks back. He keeps asking when I'm gonna use them, so I thought it would be a good idea to put them in each of the battery bags in case something like this happened. With this, we can follow that thief, or at least find where she stashes the bag. There we are. Looks like she didn't get far. Let's go after her.
Think you can manage to keep yourself from letting her distract you again?
I promise. Scout's honor.
This is where the duel began. When the toxic toast with the plague doctor, this is when we fell. This is where the serpent people decided we were going to be monsters.
Soggat.
This is when we decided to wipe a whole race off the face of the planet just because we didn't like them. This is when we decided to start killing people. To start a death march over everyone with our scales. To kill women and children. And be proud of ourselves afterwards.
Come on now.
And it was all done in the name of Margaret, wasn't it? It's always us, and I'm just so tired of it.
Here, pal. You're looking a little shook up there.
Thank you, Sally Jean. I suppose this place is getting to me in more ways than one.
Hey, just remember, if you need protecting, a wipe, or heck, just a hug, I'm here to back you up.
And I appreciate it.
Ha ha! Looks like second time's the charm.
I'll say, that tunnel was a bust. This place was a treasure trove of batteries.
We're pretty lucky, too. Ain't seen one sentinel since we split up from the group.
Yeah, the less of those we run into, the better.
What the?
Who are you?
Oh, me? Why, I'm just a sweet, innocent girl who decided to go exploring and got herself lost. So sad. If only I had some big, strong men who could help me.
Save it, thief. We know exactly who you are.
Now, Jacques, let's, hear the lady out.
Well, I was hoping I'd find someone who could help me, but I didn't expect him to be so big and strong and so handsome.
Well,
Burt.
I mean, carrying around a big bag full of treasures so casually? You must be so strong and manly. Be honest. How much do you work out?
Well, I try and do what I can to stay fit.
I bet you do.
He's clearly the thief, Burt.
Hey, why don't you let me hold that treasure for a sec?
I don't know, it's pretty heavy.
Ooh, is it? Well, how am I gonna know how big and strong you are if I can't tell for myself?
Don't do it, Burt!
Well, maybe for just a second, but be careful now.
Oh, trust me, I will.
Burt!
Hey, look at that. It's not heavy at all.
Why didn't you stop me?
Why didn't you stop yourself?
You saw the body on her. You knew I was helpless.
The word you're looking for, Burt, is hopeless.
Just don't tell the captain what happened, okay?
He won't find out anything happened if we get those batteries back.
Good idea. Let's get her.
Holy moly! You alright, Soggat?
Do I look alright? I just got my face full of a chemical weapon, and you're stupid enough to ask me if I'm alright!
Come on, buddy. Just calm down and wipe yourself off.
Oh, is that who I'm supposed to do? I'm sorry. I forgot I was a gibbering cretin and needed everything explained to me like I'm 4 years old! How silly of me! It's bad enough I have to listen to that annoying hick accent of yours all day. But can you at least do me the small courtesy of talking to me like I'm an adult?
Look, I know that stuff is making you crazy, but you gotta listen to me and—
What did I say about talking to me like a child? Oh, what? You're gonna hit me now? Well, go ahead. Spider me across the walls. That's what you want to do, isn't it? You're sick of traveling around with a serpent, aren't you? I know how much you hate us. You all hate us. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Do it. What the? Get off me. Right now, do you hear me? Get off. Let me go. Let go. Let go, you go. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
Well, the sooner we can put this here stadium behind us, the better. I've had enough of that bread smell to last me a lifetime.
Thank you for this generous donation. The Binding a Solid Gold Hot Tub Fund thanks you for your contribution.
You take one more step with that bag and the next one's coming for your head.
Oh, right. Bovine strength. You may be stronger than me, but you know what you aren't?
What's that?
Faster. Pew! What are you doing? Ain't no way you losers are gonna reach that bag of goodies before I do. And by the time you get to it, I'll be long gone with it. Oh, you can try to hurl big objects at me like an animal, but I'm afraid you'll find me too nimble to hit when I'm not lugging around any loot.
Hey, a battery bag!
Looks like someone tossed it down here.
I know that voice.
Aha! I had a feeling it was you.
Thought you'd get away from us, eh?
Burt, boy, soon as I heard the captain's message, I knew you were gonna get your batteries snatched.
I have a weakness!
Well, I certainly am at a disadvantage now, aren't I? Well, guess this is it then. The end of the line. No way I'm getting out of this jam. It's game over for me. Guess I have no choice but to surrender. Oh wait, that's right. I can do this!
Not again.
Hey, what about our...
Them? Again? Okay, seriously, did we do something to make Margoth hate us? No, really, I'm asking. I mean, are they some kind of agents of Margoth's wrath sent to punish us? Cause I was always told he just struck you with lightning. And to be frank, I'd prefer the lightning!
No, we're not gonna give up. This isn't Margoth punishing us. This is him giving us an opportunity. This is gonna be the time we pull one over on them. Our time has come, comrades. Or we'll just get lucky and never run into them. Who knows?
Wait, is that?
What's she doing here?
Oh, a strong one, eh? I don't know what's going on here, but I can put two and two together. Pretty obvious who the bad guy in my way is. So move it! Nothing, but I put everything I had.
Get away from him!
Ah!
Now then, where do we...
Slow your roll there, Stitch! Who said we was finished?
Chica little thing, haven't you?
Man, there's a lot of bones in here.
It would seem this was a shelter of some kind, but judging by the hole we came in from, it looks like the angry hordes broke through.
Will of Margoth, I say. Can't escape your fate. Hey, Narcat, check out the ridiculous outfits they actually wore in public. They went outside wearing this. Yeah, real great civilization you got here. Running around dressed like whatever this is. Hey, you think if I ran some wires through this thing, it would make a good office decoration for Spirits Day? Never mind. Bunch of weaklings. You thought you could step in the Great Serpent Empire. Look how well that turned out for you. And look at this idiot! What were you even reaching for, stupid? There's nothing up here. Pathetic! Hey, Narcat, watch me send this one's skull all the way to the other side of the...
Sir, are you...
Narcathines, contact the Vipers. Tell every one of them in our area to meet me down here now. Hey kid, what gives? I thought I was the one doing the insults here, but then you go and get a head start by insulting me!
Ixia!
Oh, did I never mention it around you? Before I became a commanding officer, I was Special Ops. And in case you didn't know, Spec Ops units got put through the same training Agathoth put you kids through. And yes, that means we were given Sloride, just like you. Not to mention, I was trained by Iron Wall Noggos, the best instructor in the entire Empire. I'm bigger than you, stronger than you, better trained than you, and I've got years of combat experience on you to boot. You've enjoyed a physical advantage over everyone you've been beating up on so far, but against me? It's all gone, punk! You're just a small child trying to pick a fist fight with a soldier several times your size. All you've done is jump headfirst into a battle you have no hope of winning. But you have no idea how much I want you to try anyway.
He can fight like Ixia? So that means that Ixia can't. Come on, Pitterpat. We gotta do something to help her.
Whoops, missed. Ooh, just short. Come on, brat. I can do this all day. Give it another go. Let me slap the taste out of your mouth, you little...
Pitterpat?
Don't worry, Ixia. We got your back.
Stupid little...
Here, this is the biggest one I brought!
Thanks, Felix.
What in the world was...
I'm ending this, Borzax. Ugh!
What is it with you, kid? You gotta take the fun out of everything. Quiet down and take your beating like a good little soldier. And as for you, boy, stay out of this! Oh, get lost, you pest! What? Look who's got themselves a second wind. You want to fight for real, huh?
Ixia! Someone help!
You know, I didn't think you had it in you. Certainly pulled that out of nowhere, didn't you? Where were you hiding that little burst of energy, huh? Wait a minute. Oh my god! You're a furry lover? Oh, good Margoth. I think I'm gonna be sick. You're in love with an animal? Of all the degenerate, you haven't kissed it, have you? My god, I'm gonna have to wash these gloves after touching you, aren't I? I'm about to do your parents a huge favor. Hopefully they don't know that their daughter's the most disgusting type of deviant there is. Trust me, kid, this is a mercy killing.
Back away from the girl, now!
Haha, yeah! How'd you like that, huh? What does it take?
More than you have. I must commend your tenacity, Sally Jane Peterson.
How'd you know my...
Although you pale in comparison to your father.
What was that?
Still, it was a good context. Wait a second.
Peterson! Forget him! If he leaves here with that data, we're finished!
What are you talking about?
If that data makes it back to the Emperor, it's all over. The war is over. This world is over. All of our lives will be over.
Though melodramatic, she does have a point.
Peterson!
Now then, are we finished with this farce?
Mean streets! Take the girl and run!
Who are you?
Wait, aren't you with...
I am enemy to injustice. We shall leave it at that.
Oh, I recognize you. One of the Reeves men. Another follower. I thought I recognized that apparel. I must say, it's quite the novelty to encounter a member of your clan all the way out here. One of the street ninjas. Oh, no, you don't.
I am your opponent, monster. Way of the hustler!
Hey, did you hear me? I said back away from the girl. Now!
I'm not sure what it is I did to please Margoth so much. If I knew what it was, I'd be doing it every day. First, I get to pound this treacherous, furry-loving brat into the dirt. Now this, the Cloudscratcher's very own smug little mutt. Oh, you have no idea how much I'm gonna love this!
Alice!
I'm gonna beat that ugly, hairy face of yours so bad, you'll physically never be able to smirk again. But don't worry, I ain't gonna kill ya. Not today. Oh no, I want you alive. So you can go back home, walk the streets of your hometown, so all the kids in the neighborhood can see what's left of your face and scream in terror! Your neighbors will beg you not to go outside. You're scaring the kids, you're scaring their pets, you're killing their appetite, and now they haven't eaten in weeks. I want you alive so you can live the rest of your miserable and pathetic existence alone and unloved, because no man could ever love a pulpy, deformed, barely recognizable shape of a person. Because after I'm done with you, you're gonna look like something out of a horror movie. No one will talk to you, go near you, even stand to look at you, let alone love you. I won't have to kill you. Because you'll just kill yourself.
You done?
Huh? You're dead, dog.
Oh, did you expect me to recoil in shock or something? I can see the state Ixia's in, and there's no one else here. I figured you could do that super reflexes thing the minute I pulled this gun on you.
So then you know how futile this is. You know what I'm about to do to you. Good. At least you prepared yourself.
I did prepare myself, actually. Got a good look at the surroundings. For example, look at your feet.
Huh? You expecting me to trip over this hose? What the? You missed, huh?
Whoa! She got him!
You mutt! What is this? It burns! It stinks! What? What is this? I can't.
When Ixia joined the crew, our captain knew we'd have to go up against people capable of doing what she could do. So he immediately had her share everything about her abilities with him. You need to concentrate to activate your super speed and reflexes. So to counteract that, we need to prevent you from concentrating. The captain came up with plenty of counter Ixia strategies to deal with anyone who had her combat techniques. This is one of them. Gugo extract. You know, Gugos, those little critters that spray a stinky liquid at you for self-defense. Nasty stuff. Real hard to wash off. But here's the thing. What they spray at you is diluted from passing through their system. What's all over your face is pure, undiluted liquid extracted straight from their bodies. Stanley hooked us up with barrels of it. It's pretty rough for us canines. We've got a heightened sense of smell, after all. Even from over here, it's all I can smell. Burt, the captain, and I all had to train our noses to deal with the odor. First time that stink hit us, we all passed out. Can't imagine how bad it must be to have it all over your face like that.
I'm gonna kill.
This stinks so bad.
No, I'm taking the kids, and we're leaving. You make one move, and I shoot. Something tells me you won't catch it if I do.
Sorry, Commander, but clearly the fun is over. Now, if you'd be a dear and drop your weapon, that would be great.
Narkethanis, what are you doing here? I told you to stay behind until I called you.
Pardon me, Commander, but you've had a rather nasty run of bad luck with these people so far, and I thought it'd be best to step in before the trend continues. I must say it's quite the privilege to meet the Cloudscratcher's ace. But we haven't been formally introduced. My name is Narkethanis, Captain of the Silver Vipers.
I take it you're the pilot of that silver fighter plane from back at Barbin? Hate to admit it, but you're good.
Why, thank you.
Enough! I want her dead now! And when you're done with her, put the brats out of their misery!
I don't think you want to do that. After all, if you kill me, how am I supposed to tell you all about the people who sent us here?
What are you talking about?
Come on, why would a small group of rebels even be here, collecting batteries? What use would we even have for these things? How else would we have even known you were here? Of course someone else sent us. To be honest, I don't trust them very much, so I don't exactly hold a ton of loyalty to them. And now their little errand for us has put these children in danger.
This could be a trick.
It could, but hate to admit it, the dog makes sense. As much as I want to crush her flea-bitten skull in my hands, I'd be a fool to pass up potentially good intel.
This is true, but what about these kids? I'm sure you'll take me away and interrogate me. I'm fine with that, but I need the safety of these children guaranteed. They walk, or I don't talk.
You'll talk or I'll splatter you and those brats all over these walls!
Oh, so you're not concerned with the women in black suits then?
After your crew foiled Borzax twice and took in number 42, we took it upon ourselves to learn everything we can about you all. Like you, for instance, Sally Jane Peterson, age 32, eldest daughter of Buck and Kathy Peterson, born in the bovine nation town of Murdoch, Texada. You have two sisters, Billie Jane Peterson and Polaya Mae Peterson. You left the family farm when you were 26 years old to pursue your dream to own a restaurant restaurant. The family farm is now currently owned and operated by your sisters, who also tend to your ailing mother.
How?
Your best friend during your childhood was a girl named Maribel Blanchette, though the two of you would eventually lose contact. You have had a few brief romantic relationships in the past, but the only one that ever had lasted was with a boy named Bartholomew DeWitt, who has since died of the same disease that took your father.
Stop.
You joined the Cloudscratcher crew 3 years after leaving home, having failed to start your restaurant after striking up a conversation with Captain O'Connell while you were working as a chef.
I said stop it!
Years of dealing with lower-ranked officers and squadrons seem to have given you a false impression of the Empire. You labor under the impression that you are capable of standing against us.
If this monster truly is invincible, then I have only one trick left to get us all out of here.
Ladies, I bid you farewell. Fear not, it will all be over in a quick, painless instant.
Finna! Bounce!
What is this? More trickery? Is it all you have? How much more of my time do you plan to waste? You can only play White Knight for these women for so long. Huh? Blast it. Just as well. I've wasted far too much time playing with them as it is. Now then, to the Dynamo Core.
And the Lepidae girl? Big, floppy ears, I remember that. Might be from a tribe, not sure. One of them had a sword. Blue sash wrapped around it. Yeah, pretty sure. Third one. Sunglasses, I think? Yeah, real dark one.
Enough! Why do you keep talking like that?
Like what?
Why are you talking so slow? Ever since you started your story, you've been talking like a distracted 4-year-old.
She's stalling.
What? Stalling? How am I stalling? Who's stalling here? No one's stalling. You see anyone stalling?
Hands in the air, now!
For the love of...
Oh yeah, that's right. I was stalling.
You okay, little guy?
Yeah, don't worry about me. Ixia's the one that needs help.
Ixia, Holy!
You're the one who hurt these kids, am I right?
So what if I did?
That boy's my son, you know.
Really?
I can tell by that look on your face, you think I just revealed some weakness you can exploit. You misunderstand me, Borzax. I told you that as a warning. You see, I'm usually a pretty diplomatic guy, but when someone harms my son, well, it tends to impair my better judgment. Makes me quite impulsive. Some would say, trigger happy. So take a moment to thank your god he's well enough to stand, because if he wasn't able to, neither would you.
Easy there, kiddo. I gotcha.
Get our backpacks. We found.
All taken care of.
What the? Hey, get off! Oh, I see. Made yourself a friend, did you?
Now, how about we end this ridiculous game?
Oh, planning to kill me for hurting your kid.
The thought crossed my mind, but no. Call your men.
Huh?
I know you have them waiting on standby. You wouldn't come here alone, even to pick on a couple of children. You're smart enough to plan for something like this, so let's cut to the chase. Call your men.
Captain, what? If he did have his men on standby, why would you let him call them here? We should capture these two while we have the chance!
He's planned for that. I'd prefer we skipped a few steps and dropped the pretenses. Borzax, call them.
You're a real killjoy, Poochie. But hey, I ain't gonna argue. It's your death wish. Just remember, you literally asked for this. Line them up by the big center pillar thing.
Perfect.
I hope you know what you're doing, sir.
I do. Just keep your eyes on Borzax. Ignore anything else going on. If you notice it, they'll notice it.
Anything else?
If you haven't yet, good. That'll make it easier for you.
Here, sir.
Finally! Sweet oxygen. Now then, any last words, furballs?
Yes, actually. I'd like a moment of silence. We'd like to briefly reflect on our impending demise. You see, take a moment of peaceful reflection.
Fine. I don't mind taking a minute to bathe in the satisfaction of having you cocky furries dead to rights.
Oh, don't mind me.
What the? Who are you? Wait a sec. You're that thief the UDO's here looking for, Kristeka, right?
Me? Nah, honey, you got me mixed up with someone else. I mean, I can see where you'd get that idea since I am stealing this thing. No, my name's Kaboosh.
What the heck are you babbling about? You got something wrong with your brain, or are you just insulting me?
Oh no, it's okay. People tend to have a hard time with it. It's an old name, very ethnic. You pronounce it like this.
Blasted furry floozy! After I'm done with the Cloudscratcher cretins, she's next!
Sir, about that.
You think you can get away from me? I'ma break every one of you furballs into tiny little pieces!
Oh, great! What do we do now?
What? Couldn't that chick have thrown sleeping gas?
Burt, if it was sleeping gas, we'd be... Oh, never mind!
You're dead, you pieces of...
That was close. Sorry it took so long to find you guys.
Is that Soggat?
Yes, sorry if I made you guys worry about me, but I had to find a way to get us all out safely. Don't wait up for me. I'll meet up with you guys at the plant. Keep going down this tunnel. First exit on your left will take you back to, well, surface area. Turn right on the exit and follow the road all the way. It'll take you back to the ship.
Soggat, you're a lifesaver. Well, more than usual, I mean.
Now to make sure they don't have to worry about any Imperials. Luckily, these controls are incredibly user-friendly. Ah, there it is. The floodgate controls. Now to wait for the crew to make their exit.
You think some rusted old doors are gonna stop me? I'm gonna kill you, you understand? Kill every last... What? Oh, I'm gonna get you for this! You hear me? You're all dead!
What are you doing?
Let me go! I'm not finished with them yet. I gotta kill him! Kill him! I gotta...
Listen to me, you over-promoted simpleton. I am about to begin the final stage of this mission, which means this entire colony and everyone in it is about to be vaporized. So forget about your fixation with these animals. Get your men and get back to the ship.
What happened to your clothes?
No!
That's it. I've had it.
What? Don't you want to see more of the Empire's glorious conquest?
You know, back when I used to read the old popes, I was a big fan of environmental storytelling. Now I hate environmental storytelling. Of course he gives us this job, makes us go in there, not his vipers. No, us. And for what? So we can get traumatized for just these little home batteries that I guarantee the military has no use for.
So what made you call it?
Room with a crib.
Ouch.
Forget this. I'm gonna go take a leak.
Where are you going? There's like 100 bathrooms here.
I'm not going back into any of those houses. I'll just go in the bushes. Yeah, this is totally what I signed up for. I swear I was better off on the streets.
Shouldn't be too much farther now. If we can just manage to avoid any... Imperials.
I didn't see anything. Go on.
Captain, there's no way we can trust this guy. As soon as we leave, he's gonna go tell his commander where we went.
I said I didn't see anything. All right? Just go. Get out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have time to wait for the rest of you. This'll have to do. All right, maggots. That little friend of theirs on the intercom sent them in this direction. If we hurry, we can still catch them.
Cut it fly.
¿Qué es esto? I thought you said yelling out attacks wasn't your style.
Yeah, well, that cute ninja boy made it look pretty cool, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Funny you should mention the man on the intercom, Borzax. He told us exactly where to find you.
Sorry, but you won't be going anywhere near the Cloudscratcher people. Excremento para el cerebro.
You. You actually showed your faces. The exile's little dollies. They'll make me a colonel if I bring back your heads.
Come and take them, Cyclops.
Oh!
You really ought to learn some self-control!
Holy crap, we made it!
But where's...
Hey! Here I am! I made it! Never had that much in my life.
Glad you made it. Now we just need Sally Jean.
No need to worry about her. She should be aboard the ship already.
She made it back?
Wait, when? Last we saw her, she was running down some cave deep in the mountain none of us even knew about. How'd she end up back here?
I'm not quite sure what's going on myself, but the woman you talked about that gave this mission, they're here, in the settlement. I saw them helping Sally Jean back to the ship on the security cameras.
They're here?
The cameras around here pick up sound, and I heard them tell Sally Jean they were going to help us escape. So after I found you guys, I told them where they were, and that Borzax was chasing you. I'd assume they probably caught up to them by now.
Magnificent work, Soggat. Looks like it's time for us to get out of here.
Huh? How long was I out? Pitter-Pat's here? Did Felix talk to the captain into letting us keep him? Wait! Felix! He was hurt! Is he okay? Fine, Delila. You win.